Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wine and Spirit Night Happy Hour with my favorite co-host, Rocky Digati, and myself, the Reverend Rob Lee. Glad to see you. Should I start calling you Reverend Rocky?
You can, but you don't have to.
What would you like?
I'm good with just Rock. If someone would like to get married and would like me to marry them, I'm happy to do it. But I'm always just the Rock.
There you go. All right, so I'll stay with Rocky or whatnot, but I do the same thing. Matter of fact, one of the Barefoot Bangarang tribe was talking about possibly being in Florida and getting me to do that for them. So that would be fun. That would be awesome. We got a lot to get hold of people tonight. I want to do
we have a ton going on.
Oh, man. Rather than just reading cards, I would actually kind of like to really focus on spirit connections. Let's get some spirit connections rolling. Let's see where this goes. I'm glad everybody's here. Man, we got a lot of people coming in the room tonight already. Looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome. So what are you drinking? What are you loaded for bear with?
Iced tea, believe it or not.
You're what?
I'm just feeling an iced tea kind of evening.
Iced tea? Okay. I'm doing for the both of us. Okay. At first I said this is supposed to look like blood, but it tastes a lot like Grey Goose and vodka. Cranberry.
Not a bad thing.
No, it's not. And she filled it up so much. So, but then too. So do we want to go ahead and let's talk about our next thing up front?
Let's talk about our next thing.
Next thing up front. Everybody, we are so excited. Get out a pen, write this down. I should have done a little pop on it so people could check it out. My story at whiskey.grim.com. Rocky and I are, and this was Rocky's brainchild. I think this is going to be where we go. We are going to do a podcast. There will also be video available, but whiskey.grim.com. We want you to go online. Rocky, this was your baby. You roll some of it out. You go right ahead.
Well, we want to hear your stories. Here's the thing. We've all had moments. We've all had experiences. We've all had touches with the other side. I want to hear your story. Just jot out an email. Let us know your story. We want to read it on the air. We want to talk about it. We may draw on it. We want to give it its due.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And that's what, so go to that my story at whiskey.grim.com. All right. And send us your ghost story, your spirit story, your medium story, your scary story, whatever it may be. And on Whiskey Grim, Rocky and I will be having a few drinks. Your story will be the topic. We will let you know.
As you do.
Yeah. We will let you know when we're going to talk about your story. So if you want to come live with us and talk about it, we'll work that out. We can figure it out, but we'll let you know and we're going to read on it. But that would be the thing. We're going to read the story. We're going to talk about it and have it. So with all that being said, my wife had me prepped. Okay.
Oh, she's good.
Here's to whiskey.grim.com. Whiskey Grim, the podcast.
I have to tell you what's gone down since we last spoke.
Okay.
So I was able to, and a big thank you for all that came out to Monster Maniacon. That was just kooky. Oh, it was great. I had a wonderful time. I met some of our listeners. I got to see everybody. So Monster Maniacon was amazing. And I get home on a Saturday. I'm so tired. And as I go into my house, I walk in and I look. And why is Keith Webb in my kitchen? Suddenly, a house full of friends, and I had a surprise party.
That was cool. I saw the video footage.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yes, I had a surprise party. And here's the fun part. Since 1987, yes, that far. Since 1987, I have chased this beautiful artist named Alex Streeter throughout the universe. And he is the gentleman who has designed all of the jewelry that went with the Angel Heart movie.
Ah, okay.
And I got to brag. I got to tell you, Steve was amazing.
Ooh,
And,
look at that.
Oh, yes. We now have the Alex Streeter original, and it's just amazing. Yeah.
Awesome.
From the Angel Heart movie. So for 35 years, I've chased this ring, and now I have it.
Now you have it. That is the one from Angel Heart. That's what I'm hearing.
It is, yeah.
Ooh,
so now I just have
great
to like crack eggs and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's it. I got you. So awesome. So you know what we got to do? Because you know what I do on the show. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rocky. Happy birthday to you. Everybody say happy birthday to Rocky.
All right. Thank you so much.
The show, but happy birthday, my friend. And you know what? You and I are close, and we know this. We already feel it and everything else, but we haven't even got to meet yet. But that's coming up really soon. So
that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. We're going to have fun. We are doing the Cancun, TWAA Cancun 2021 getaway. So be ready. We're going to be doing wine and spirit night, but we are going to be doing some whiskey grim too. We're going to gather around somewhere and tell stories, have drinks, do readings, find out what's going on, run pendulums, and maybe even talk to a spirit or two. That's what I want to do. We're going to have a ball. We are going to have a ball. Becky Gregory from Cosmic Insight, she will be there. Hillis has had some things that come up, so I don't think he's going to be able to make it. But the three of us, and then we got Bridget, and we got my wife running pendulums and different things or whatnot. It's going to be fun. Get up with Bruce. Make sure the link's down below. You don't want to miss this, and we are running out of time. We are coming to the end. So make sure you're in for this. You don't want to be missing it. Okay. This is the first one. You want to be there. All right. Let Bruce help you out, make some arrangements or whatnot. Let's take a look at who we got in the house this evening. Cynthia, good evening and blessings, Rob and Rocky. Looking forward to a blast of a show. We're going to have fun. I don't see it going any other way. But Rocky, if you want to start getting tuned up to things coming in and out, man, we had Cynthia and I had one. I got a feeling there's going to be something that comes through out of this, and we're going to talk about it. You know, good evening, Rocky. Good evening, Rob. If you could, please, may I get some guidance on interacting with my spirit guide with a better understanding? Absolutely. We'll take a look at that. Let's find out what's going on. All right. So you want to start there, Rock?
You know, let me do some shuffling while you're doing your thing.
Okay, and we'll just go through and I'll start. See, Glenda will come back to you. We'll roll back to the top. Okay? So excited to watch the show. I'm like a little girl watching you two. We have fun. We just have fun.
Really do.
Make sure you are getting your questions in now.
You realize I'm going to ruin this man, right?
What's that?
Gil is laughing somewhere.
Okay,
I didn't. You realize I'm going to ruin you.
Oh, okay.
Well, once we get we get to the hanging out, you're going to be like, oh my God, the energy.
Yeah, oh yeah, it will be. I already feel it. It's good. Bridget, good evening. Good to see you. Glad you are here. Thank you. The whole tribe checking in. You know, things are happening here.
It's
been a super long week. I need this. Let us know. You know, we can reach out. We'll talk, find out. All right. Thank you very much. Jazz here. Good to see you.
Jazzy, you saw the pictures.
I did see the picture, and I spoke to her just the other day. That was awesome. You know, Gabrielle,
she's a delightful human. A delightful human.
Oh, absolutely. Gabrielle calling you out. Hey, Rock, what's going on?
Hey.
You know, Rocky, you look beautiful tonight. See,
Glenda thanks.
There we go. You know, I think you always look beautiful. Jasmine Guzman, hello, everyone. Everybody checking in. Everybody in the house. You know what, Jazz Bigful? Kelsey would like a spirit reading. Thank you. We're going to get there. We're going to get
I love Kels. Kels is a cool person.
Okay.
I have had the pleasure of meeting Kels. Yes. Kels is Jazzy's daughter.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And they are awesome.
Wish they could come to Cancun. That would be awesome. You know?
I wish Kels could come to Cancun too.
Yeah, you know.
Get Kels and CR and all.
Yeah,
Pretty
absolutely.
hell,
Bridget
yeah.
saying hi. Stacy, I need to hear from you. I want to talk to you. I want to get you on the show. Tell everybody's story. I made it working still. Hello, Bridget and tribe. We're all here. So remember, bangarang. Bangarang,
Bang.
this is the time. So let's get back up here and get some things started. Sieglinde had a question about interacting with her spirit guide. She needs to get some guidance. And I know one of the first things is people hear me say this a lot, being still and being quiet. Okay. Letting your mind and going into some concentration, being able to feel and hear. If you can't still your mind a little bit, it's kind of hard to get connected. What do you think, Rocky?
I'll be the first one to say I am not congruous to deep thought. No, seriously. Ask anyone who knows me, who's met me in real life. I'm a live wire. It's very difficult when you have a busy life, when you have a lot going on, when everything is high tone. It is very, very, very hard to get to your spirit guest. But if you make the time, you won't regret it. It's absolutely a thing. And the hardest thing is that I think if you tell yourself, well, I have to have this experience, go into it without expectation.
That is the key. I think that's the key. And what I got here, Sieglinde, just to start out with, I'm not going to run the second camera tonight, but is the Hanged Man. And it came straight up. And it's talking about you have to change something in your life physically, like Rocky was saying. And a lot of time it starts with just making time. How important is it for that to be? Change your perspective. We saw a lot of this card today in different readings I did on the show, different things for other people. The perspective card is coming out. And you know what? I believe it was Cynthia asked me about just looking at September as a whole, not just for her, but as a society. And this was what Spirit was saying was like our action card. We all need to slow down. Stop, look at the world. Kind of hard to hang upside down from a tree and be running. You got to make the time. You got to stop. You got to put the effort.
It's interesting. What I pulled was a star.
Okay. Direction.
I know it just sounds so great for happy hour that I have the hiccups. But when you think about the star.
Thank you.
Well, it is. Look, I mean, it is what it is. But when you think about the star, I think you're thinking about how you're going to play your intuition. Not just observe your intuition, but play your intuition.
Right.
I think the star is, a lot of people go, well, the star is intuition. It's more than just intuition. Lots of people have intuition. Playing the intuition is where this is going to be key.
I
how
agree.
you use the information that you have.
Okay. I'm going to give you a task. I'm going to give you a name. I have a little more inside information on it, but I want you to focus on this for me. And if the person, when I say the name, you will know I'm talking about the person that's listening. If it's okay, go ahead and drop in there and use that and whatnot and let us know it's okay. But I want you to focus on a spirit named Robin. Okay. And see if you get anything through. I know she's going to be popping in tonight. We had a very close session, and I just want to see what you get without any prompting or anything else as we move forward. Doesn't have to be right now, okay? But met with the spirit earlier today, and it was very, very powerful, okay? There's a lot going on there.
Good enough.
So, as we go through, if you get that, I'm also getting a berry. I don't know why that is, but a berry. So anybody out there, if Barry's hitting you or whatnot, let me know. Okay. Put it in, type it in. Remember, I'm broadcasting the show on like 5 different channels. So we are on a delay of anywhere from 7 to 13 seconds. So put it in. We'll get to it.
I love how, by the way, Christina says, I can't stay long. We're out drinking.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Totally the spirit behind
that yet. Yes, there we go. That's funny. And that's my daughter. Go girl. Thank you very much.
On, man.
You're out drinking, Bridget, been a long week. It was a long week for everybody. I need this. Yes. It's time to chill. Do you have a
Middle name gets rid of her hiccups.
What's that? Middle name gets rid of the hiccups?
That's what I see. I see the middle name. I have the hiccups, so
Oh, okay.
My middle name is Elena.
Elena. I did not know that. Okay.
Yes. Raquel Elena.
So there
it's great. And I'm just gonna say it for all the nice people listening. Portuguese is like the other white meat.
Right.
I'm originally from Bristol, Rhode Island, which is very close to places such as Fall River and Massachusetts and New Bedford, Massachusetts. My mom is from the island of Tuscany in the Azores. So we have lots and lots of all the, it's like, cool, spooky stuff going on. But they're out there. They're all out there in southeastern New
England. There you go.
So, yeah.
Good.
My grandmother got kicked out of the convent.
She got kicked out of a convent?
Yeah,
oh, totally me and her in another life. Christina, plug your ears. Okay. We had to leave. Christina's mom and I had to leave Bible college because I knocked her up. Okay. It's just with Christina. So me and your mom in another life, look out.
Grandmother.
Oh, your grandmother?
Yes, my grandmother.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so we lived life to its fullest. And when I walked into Bible college, there's a lot, because how Baptists are and everything else. They're all interconnected. It was a big network and all this stuff. When I walked in on registration day, they started a pool on how long I was going to make it because they just knew this wasn't going to happen. All the other preachers' kids made it. I did not.
The other preachers. Is your dad a preacher?
Oh my God. Independent, fundamental, Bible believing Baptist preacher. Yes, he was. That, God love him.
I guess I'm all right because my dad was just an art teacher. But significantly less pressure when your dad's an art teacher.
Woo! Oh yeah. The first time I started talking about any of this, it was like I was, he thought he was gonna have to run an exorcism, Satan incarnate, and all that stuff. And it came out again. So that, you got to go with the flow and go with who you are. So likewise, then, therefore, when I went through my real education at school, I did a lot of world religions and enjoyed the hell out of it, so I could understand.
Well, sure, yeah, you get to see how the other half lives.
Yeah, I wanted to find out what everybody was bullshitting me about.
Right, exactly.
One of those things, So Jasmine, here we go. May I get a message from my spirit guide, or the message that is meant for me tonight? All right, I'm going to draw cards. I'm getting a whole rumble of stuff. It's very active. Yeah, well, I start babbling is when this comes out. Frenetic energy, would that be a thing? There's a lot.
It is. It is totally a thing.
Okay, that's so that's what I'm getting, Jasmine, right there. So let me see. Let me see what we get here. First card out of the gate. Let's find out. And I'm using the This Might Hurt. The Empress.
This might hurt.
This deck is, my wife gave this to me. This Might Hurt Tarot. Okay.
I like that.
I like it. And it's very earthy, very hippie-esque, or whatnot. I love it. But I've also got my, I've got several other decks laying around here or whatnot. But we've got the Empress. Be careful. There's two things with the Empress. And Jasmine, I've talked to you about this before. Be a safety girl. Okay, if you don't want, I saw Rocky's eyebrows going, okay. I'm just telling you, the Empress is all about fertility. The Empress is about, are you making the world what you want it to be? But this is also, be careful. Be careful is what I'm getting. Rocky, where are you at with this?
I'm at the whole ignoring intuition thing. I pulled the star, and I also pulled the Queen of Cups.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing is that you're getting, Jasmine, you're getting a bit of a push me, pull you. You're getting that whole starry-eyed thing and all this great intuition coming in, but it's not having a practical application.
Right.
You've got all this big influx, and it's just not making the mark in the application. Exactly. Yep. Perfect. Yep.
The
Absolutely.
Eight of Swords. Yes.
Yep.
In other words, Jasmine, you've got so many things coming in, but you're not still. That kind of. I think we're going to see this as a running theme tonight. You can't see the forest for the trees, and
Great way to put it.
that's what's going on. You've got a lot coming in. You've got a lot of head knowledge and a basic heart knowledge, but you're not slowing it down enough to actually download, to get a full download of the information. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And I think that's it. Take care. You have to nurture your spiritual life. If that's what you're wanting, you can't do a spiritual life and fly by.
It doesn't really happen by accident.
No, it does not. It does not. Neither Rocky nor I, and we haven't even really talked about this, we didn't get to where we do this by accident. We knew all of a sudden something happened. We got some information. Bridget helped me massively. All right. But once I dove in, I concentrated and I said, this is what I want to do. And I started sharpening everything. And so how much effort are you putting in to meeting and talking with your spirit guides? That's what's going to be huge right there. Okay. That's what's happening. So
I don't know if you'd agree, Rob, but I have to say, in my personal, I'll call it a private practice, when I talk to my clients, excuse me, one of the things I notice that is very prevalent is that people think that this whole spirit guide thing is really passive.
Yeah.
And it's really active.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
That's what I keep trying to tell people. You've got to talk out loud. Don't be embarrassed. They want to have a personal relationship with you, just like you have with your significant other or anybody else. Talk to them. You don't have to go into, oh, Holy Father. Wait, you don't. They want a personal connection. Even God, him, and herself want that personal connection. Universe wants a personal connection. The great spirits, even the shaman, Bridget does a lot of shaman work. And one of the things is they want that personal connection. So you can get it. And if you're not making that personal connection, that's why you're always feeling a little left out, unfulfilled, unclear messages, things like that.
It can be very disconnected at first.
Yes.
It's like you got to find basically it's like you got to find the stepping stones on the path. Going to answer the lovely Gillian, my great grandmother's last name, it's very difficult to go ahead and give you that. One is Conchetta, and the other is, well, they're all Marias, aren't they? I wonder if people wonder what exactly makes up a Rocky. My mom is Portuguese from the Azore Islands. I actually have red hair.
There you go.
And Dad is Sicilian, very Sicilian. And sadly, Pat just recently celebrated his anniversary in 2005 from Sicily. So, yeah, you'll see the flag of Sicily behind me. So there's a little bit of, there's always a Maria. Oh, my God. We have lots of Marias. It's like a hobby.
Ain't that the truth?
And I wanted to thank Sig for mentioning. I had a fantastic birthday. The videos on Facebook definitely showed that I was not just surprised, but shocked. Totally shocked.
That was really cool.
That was really very cool. I love Stevie, and Stevie and I have been good friends for a long time before we were even a thing. And it's funny. I always say, I don't think anybody can shock me. Oh, my God, he finds ways. He does. He totally does. Absolutely.
So that's cool.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely
that's cool.
Do you play golf, Rob? Do you play golf?
I love golf. I suck at it.
But actual golf, like real?
Yes.
Like not like getting in the clown's mouth and through the window kind of golf.
No, golf.
Because that's my kind of golf.
Yeah.
Is the clown's mouth. Well, I think you might want to reach out to the Stevie and see if you can't hit a couple
I'll have
balls
to see if there's a golf course at Riviera Cancun, because maybe him and I could take some time and go Hit a few. Now, if he's good, people ask me what my handicap is, and I tell them mental. So
Right.
I just play. I'm not any good at it or whatnot, but I love being out there. So, hey, Gabrielle's here, and she's saying her dad's heavenly birthday is tomorrow. Is there a message from him for me? And I'm picking up some things, yes, but I am picking up Dad is worried about you. I don't know. Help me here. I'm getting more of a heavier thing, Gabrielle, that Dad is worried. He loves you. He's happy, but that he's worried about you. Are you not taking care of yourself? Is that what's going on?
That's not the thing.
What is it? Help me here.
I'm very tuned into this.
Okay.
I've actually read this, Dad.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
And it's Tim.
Okay.
And the thing is that it's all about resources.
Okay.
If you give and give and give and give, and you don't stop and recharge for yourself, you're going to deplete your resources.
All right, taking care of yourself. I wasn't too far off, and that's
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you and say that one of the things that that you need to do is take care of yourself. You need to start your circle from within. Excuse me, and then move out. It's hard that people take me seriously when I'm hiccuping, but
it's all right. I love it. You're making me feel good. I'm the one drinking, and
I'm
okay right now. Yeah,
it's
but
so rough.
Gabrielle, what I believe, if I remember right, we discussed this the other day in the show. That self-care. This is important for you. There's going to be some things you got to let go. You can't do it, or you're going to be the extreme picture on the airline magazine that says she can't help her children because she didn't help herself first.
Right.
So that's the heaviness I'm getting. And your dad is truly worried that you're not doing that. And I think you're not living a completely fulfilled life because you're not taking time to breathe, is what I'm getting.
There's something to be said for the pause.
Yes, absolutely. Got to do it. So let's see what's going on here. So that's what I got there. I think that's it. I don't even think I need to pull any cards. I think we hit that one pretty hard. That was right on, So, everybody's saying happy birthday to Rocky. Very good. Very good.
53.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to tell you, too. It's like everybody's like, ooh, do you lie about your age? No.
Hell no. I'm glad I made it here.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm glad
I
made it here.
I'm sorry to say that they don't have the chance to meet my mom.
Yeah.
My mom is ridiculous. My mom has like the husks of drained young people stuffed in her hall closets. I'm convinced. My mom's going to be 93 in December.
Right.
Yeah. She lives alone. She does well. She's doing very well. And then, so I have some longevity there. And I'm 53. I had an amazing surprise party. I can't even begin to address how awesome this was.
It looked fun.
It was a good time. It's funny. I did the Monster Mania Con convention, and thanks to all that came out, because we had some tarot with the two folks that came out and let themselves be known. And it was an incredible experience. I did very well at the convention, so I'm looking forward to the next horror convention. But what was crazy was, so Saturday night, I am waxed. I am so tired. I am absolutely exhausted. And I'm coming home, and I'm just like, it's my birthday. Yeah, okay. I'm not 5. I don't need to have great big to do for that. And I'm tired, and I walk into the house, and I just pulled up my head, and I look, and I'm like, why is Keith Webb in my kitchen?
Yeah.
And one of our good friends. And then all of a sudden, 35 people yell surprise. And it was perfect.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the birthday wishes.
Yeah. It's amazing. And that's what Bridget was talking about. I did it to her too. So, it's one of those deals. Rocky, Could you tell me anything about how my niece died? Thank you and love. And look at here. That's why I had you focusing. Okay. Here we go. All right. So let's see if you can pick up on this. Okay. And see what we've got about Robin for Cynthia. Okay. If you run into a jam or get to feeling weird, I'll tell you why. Okay.
Here's the thing about your niece. Okay. How she died is not how she wants to be remembered.
You're on it.
Yes, we're in. And I think something to be important is that you need to start working with yourself to separate the event from the lifetime. There's a lot of things they accomplished, they felt, they did that meant something to them. Their death, and with all due respect, the mode of death, the circumstances of death are much less than their life. Their life is what is important. You have to really, really focus on their life, because I think you can be easily distracted with how they died.
Very easily distracted, knowing more about this than what you do or whatnot. Now, what I want to do is I would really love to take a moment and see if we can't tap into Robin, because there's way more to this if you had time, you'd be like, oh crap, here we go. Okay.
I say, oh crap, there we go to everything anyway.
Yeah. So but this is Robin. Robin needs some help. She's not, she died prematurely. Okay. And there are some things that are unsettled with her, and she's having a hard time. Number one, because exactly how you said it, the manner of her death, okay, and regrets. So
that's really on your side, and it's hard to describe this, but you have to divide it into two sides: their side and our side,
right?
And we are on different planes. And the thing is that when you get into they're us versus them, etc., however you want to call it, it is very disturbing and it is emotionally unsettling for you. But for them, it was actually a clean transition.
Yeah, I got to get with you on that one. I think you're picking somebody else up, because this was not a clean transition. So this is one I need. Yeah, we're gonna.
I have a clean transition in my head.
Okay.
Very clean.
It was quick. I'll go that with you. Okay. I'll go that with you. Let's see what happens, and we'll go from there, because I like to talk about it. And folks, this is what's really cool. Rocky and I don't always agree on everything.
No.
Okay. And that's why we work so well off of each other, because I will pick up on things.
I'm getting a very strong Tim thing.
Yes.
I'm getting the Tim thing, which is from Gabby, and Gabby and I've read her and everything. And he was a very clean transition. He was ready.
Yes.
And there's a lot of different people. I've got a lot of input, and I've got a lot of static.
There's a lot going on right now.
Yes,
there is. Would get it. It's almost like they're crowding in. So I think that, and we got to figure out how to get your voice box on here.
Yes. We have to get
but we got to get it directly piped in. I think that would be something.
That would be fun.
Huh?
That would be fun.
Yeah, and Gillian got me my own EMF detector. I just don't have a clue how to use it, because they're
easy. You just turn them on. Honestly,
I did the typical guy thing, and I just turned it on and did, but I can't get it to do anything but zero ever. So I don't know. There's got to be something I'm doing wrong.
Well, it's funny. You've spoken of the voice box. You've spoken of getting a little more into some of these podcasts. If only there was a podcast completely devoted to this type of thing. Right, Rob?
Yeah, absolutely.
If only.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's keep that as part of Whiskey Grim. Let's find out what's going on.
Let's do that. We're going to call it Whiskey Grim, and that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do. We are going to talk about this stuff. We'll take it from any angle anybody wants to do it. Even if when you check into Whiskey Grim, if there's a ghost story maybe you weren't directly involved in, but you have knowledge of it and you want to know about it, yeah, we're going to do some readings on all of them. We'll figure it out. And then we're going to do what Rocky and I do. We're going to talk. We might make fun of it a little bit, but not in a bad way.
Not us.
Yeah, never, not at all. But let's see what's going on. Proud Texas lady. Hi, Rob. My mother-in-law just passed away. Is she okay? All right. My gut instinct is right away is yes, she is fine. Got to find out. I feel something going on in here. There was something different about this. I can't figure it out. Rocky, you're more in tune with this than I am on a lot of these things. So I'm just getting the hints.
It's always fun to be the dead whisperer in the group.
Oh my God. And but I'm hearing it, but it's everything I'm getting tonight is like an oppressive feeling. Like there's so many, it's like being in a crowded elevator, so I'm having problems getting things sorted out. So I'm going to go back to what I know. All right. And proud Texas lady. All right. Is your mother-in-law okay? All right.
Well, at the risk of sounding very pat, we're all okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is that for anyone, whether it's a fortuitous or whether it's an untoward passing, we all end up okay in the end because we're just going to get to the next level. But the thing is that when you're speaking specifically of this one person, are they okay? I do get the impression that your mother-in-law is okay. I get the impression that your mother-in-law is like already off doing her own thing.
Yes,
like
thank you.
You're not really having a lot of like sometimes you'll have a lot of contact in your personal space. You'll have this feeling that they're watching you. All the other things that you. I have the feeling this has gotten kind of dry on your end, actually.
Yeah, that's why you're asking. You're kind of like, you don't feel the presence and you're expecting to. But the first card I got as a shadow card was the Queen of Cups, upright. She's in love. She's loving life. She's doing her
satisfied.
Thing. Yeah,
Smooth.
And she is actually going on to different things that she loved. Her love was enough here, is what I'm getting.
It's the next level.
Yeah, and then the Three of Wands. She is not sitting still. She is already off doing things and seeing what she can manifest and passionate and moving on. I'm seeing a movement between dimensions. She is doing a lot. So I think she's fine. I think she is fine.
People think that if they're not doing a lot with them, then they're not doing.
Right. Yes, I agree. And
this is no disrespect, proud Texas lady. I'm just saying it's very difficult to sometimes conceive of the big picture where you have some folks that sometimes they're doing a lot and you're aware, but sometimes there's stuff going on that's under your radar.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you're not their concern, and that feels weird to us. We want to know it or whatnot. But I'll be honest with you, I never felt it with my parents. They didn't like a whole lot what I was doing or anything else. Very few times have I felt the presence of they're off doing their own thing. Okay. Number one, they're realizing how wrong they were about some things. And they're like, oh, crap. So, they're off exploring a whole universe that for 70 and 80 years, they never knew existed because they listened to somebody else tell them what it was going to be like. And it's different now. I have gotten apologies from my mother. I'll never get that from my father. Okay. And an apology from my mom is more like, I love you. She wouldn't say I'm sorry, if her life depended on it. She would just kill you with kindness. So I've gotten that. People have told me your mom says she's proud of you. Your mom likes what you're doing, but never like, oh, crap. So understand it. That's what's going on.
I think it's interesting just in general between you and I and a lot of the types of readings that we do to talk about how acceptance works, because I think a lot of people are looking for validation or looking for an acceptance, and it's not always as cut and dry as you'd hope.
Right.
for a lot of these things. But the thing is I think that people feel, even if it doesn't come out in some blatant way in a reading, or if it doesn't come out in some obvious way in their daily signs or whatever, but I think people actually get an essence that they are fulfilling a destiny, or they get an essence that they are being looked down on and smiled upon from above. I think people really realize that without us.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes that gets back to, you want to feel their presence, slow down.
Exactly.
It's an active thing
Excellent
that you
point.
have to do to be able to hear and to feel and to listen. You know, my wife, I think she's trying to get me drunk, but you know what I just got told we're going to do? I'm going to do
I've
right
known
now.
your wife for the better part of 3+ decades, and I'm just going to say yes.
All right. But you know what
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to do
guess
here?
that that's affirmative.
And I'm going to make her cry, not intentionally, but
You
she
better
poured me
not.
a drink.
I'll be there.
Okay. No, but it's going to, but people need to hear this.
A
I'm
little,
going to
but I'm
toss
scrappy.
back.
I can take you, man.
Yeah. I am going to toss back a drink to absent friends, absent family, and what her father would say, absent members. Absent members.
Here's one for the missing man formation.
That's right. Folks, they're absent from you physically, but if you are missing such a blessing by not stopping. My wife talks to her dad, but he's off doing his own thing a lot. You know, he's got other fish to fry, you know, especially with her crazy ass mother. You know, I didn't say that, but,
The
you know,
Felicia.
yes, Felicia, the Felicia.
I
That's not just
described her once
Felicia.
as a freight train draped in silk.
Yes, that would be right. My mother in law, the freight train draped in silk. That's pretty good. I like it. I like
I've
it. I
met the
like it.
woman. I'm not making this up.
Oh, no, no. Thank you very
And you know what?
much.
She likes me.
She likes me too. That's what's funny, you know? But, you know, there it is, whatever, you know? So that's what's going on. You know, Bridget, hi, Dom, saying hello. Stacy, my condolences, a proud Texas lady. Absolutely. You know, to lose. And one of the things, grief, we're going to, at some point, we're going to be talking about, man, that is mango whiskey she gave me. It goes down way too easy, way
Wow.
too smooth.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And I keep looking at my fingers because it's sticky. But oh man, you know. So, but you know, one of the things, and I remind people of all the time, especially in the loss of a child, when you have multiple children.
That's
Okay, I can only imagine. I can't. You know, I haven't had to go through that. Knock on wood. You know, but I did too many years of grief counseling with children through the local hospital here. And one of the things I have to remind people when we say life goes on, don't make your other children or other members of your family become victim to the other child or the other person's death. They deserve their life. Other people deserve your presence. You have to grieve. It's going to hurt. It's going to change. And by grief, it honors. The heavier the grief, I remind people, the more it honors and validates the love that was in the relationship with the person that was lost. But you can't get lost in it. The sun comes up. You're going to have to work with it. We're meant to feel grief. This is my clinical part sliding in. So a lot of people run from that grief. You need to embrace it. You need to understand what it's there and honor those that are not here, but in physical form. They're here. Unless they moved on to their next party, you know, said, hey, what's going on? You know, I can feel such great energy through y'all. Thank you very much. And thank you for doing y'all properly. I appreciate the true Southern grammar there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I understand. I get it. Man, we got to get going. Can't stay long as we're out drinking. So, yep, that's what you were talking about. Different things. Bridget saying hi to Gil. All kinds of things going on. May I have a message tonight, please? You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to go over here to the Legacy of the Divine and pull. I haven't used this deck in a while, But Dom is saying, can I have a message? Yes, don't eat the yellow snow. You know?
Watch out where the Huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow.
Nope, this is my Sun and Moon deck. This is not. I just realized that. This is my Sun and Moon deck. All right, here we go. I might have to throw this deck away, and I might literally burn it. I gave my original Sun and Moon deck, which was my first deck, I gave it to somebody who then turned around and just disrespected it, disrespected me or whatnot. All my love is out there. But I bought another deck to replace it, and ever since that, I can't connect to it. But for some reason now, Dom, it's saying, use me, talk to me. Let's see what's happening. All right. Rocky, you got anything for Dom right out of the gate?
Well, the thing is that I get the feeling that we're dealing with two different planes of existence. There's the issues and the situation as you feel it, and there's also the issues and the situation as it's presented. I get the feeling there's a big disconnect between those two things. Like how you feel and how you're is there's some kind of subterfuge between the genuine article and what's being presented. You got to kind of just like strip it all away and be real true to yourself.
Upside down 10 of swords.
Hello.
Time to let that shit go.
Absolutely.
It's time for it to end. You keep dragging something around. You and I've talked about this before, Dom. You keep dragging something in your conscious mind, in your worry, around with you.
You got some baggage, man.
You do. And guess what? The Empress is what it's saying. In order to move forward, you got to let that go and let new things happen. Life moves new. Things are coming out. And Jasmine, not your Jazz, the other Jasmine, all right? My Empress here is pregnant, and look at the rabbits. So I'm telling you, girl, be careful. I'm just from my heart. Yes.
Fertility abounds and it sticks to the walls.
Yes, it does. But Dom, that's what I'm seeing. You have to let some of this stuff go and experience a whole new life. There's something new for you.
I also drew the Fool.
Ah.
So I'd like to point out, don't be a chump. No, that's an important piece of advice. Do not be a chump. Look, you get all this enlightenment. You're trying to always find the way to be more self-aware, to be more in tune with your partner, to be more, involved in your life. But don't be a chump. All of this enlightenment should not come to the price of your own personal freedom, at your own happiness. You need to be able to be sure that you do take care of yourself first and then branch out.
I can't agree more. I'm not even going to pull or go on it. What she said.
Don't be a chump.
Yeah, don't be a chump. Stand up. And it is. Sometimes letting some old shit go is hard. It is hard to change your perspective, to change what you think, but that's what you got to do. Bridget wants to know, Rocky, again, what's your middle name?
My middle name? Elena.
Yep. Elena.
Isn't that fabulous?
I love it. Raquel, Elena.
True story. I will tell everyone the true story. So I am the youngest in my family. My parents are immigrants. And, actually, my dad was born here. My mom was born in Portugal. But what happened was I have a sister 9 years older than I. And my father, after having two daughters, did not think there was a deity so cruel as to bless him with a third daughter. So the big argument at the time when my mom was pregnant was what to name the baby. And my dad wanted to name me Baldessario, which was going to get me stuffed into lockers. And and my mom, and I'd like to point out, I'm old enough, this is long before the movie came out. My mom, being a very hyper-Catholic, wanted to name me Damien. This is before all the
Now, are you sure that wasn't a little insight? With
her, it's her side of the family that's got the kooky going on, so I'm not sure. So while they're arguing over this, lo and behold, I am born, and I am neither a Baldessario nor a Damien. And my eldest sister, who is 9 years ahead of me, and we're still quite delicious friends, very, very good friends. She says, I want to name the baby Rachel. And my dad, with all of his insight and none of his tact, says, that sounds a little Jewish to go with Digati. Which, no disrespect, because let me tell you, my friends with the brisket.
I hear you. I hear you.
So my grandmother from Portugal kind of looked at my mom, gave her the side eye, and said, I'm very surprised, especially you, Linda, my mom. And in Portuguese, Spanish, Rachel is Raquel. And all of us got our names from the day we were born on the Catholic calendar. And I was born on St. Helen's Day. So since they took Rachel and converted it into Latin, they did the same with Helen. So that's how you become Raquel Elena.
There you go. That's pretty, though.
And
that is pretty.
It is very lovely. It is very lovely. I'm a little plain for it, but it's still lovely.
No, you're not plain at all. Stop. See, Glenda, I get clear messages with reading others, but hard time understanding my messages. Let me tell you something, sweetie. You're not alone in
That's the way this works, lady.
That's why Bridget reads for me. I read for Bridget. We've talked to other people. Rocky, no. It's kind of like, I need to talk to another counselor or therapist because, you don't work with your family, different things like that. Gillian and I will read together, okay? And we will kind of go back and forth to get a message a lot of time, one for the other, But yeah, no, it can be hard getting your own messages. It very well. You're not alone.
It is very, I have found, and this is just my own personal, I have found that when I'm reading using divination methods, cards, crystal, whatever, it is very good for other people. When I get my messages that I think are for myself, they're in a far more random way. It's always been through something through life, something random, outside of it tends to be a lot more esoteric when it has to do with me.
Yeah. And you know what? Another thing, a lot of times I've said this in the show in the mornings, the message is coming through for you, but it's also intended when we're in a group like this. It's not just for you. It's intended for other people, things like that. But reading for yourself, it can be rough, different. Wow. Yeah. So sometimes you need that backup and everything else and to find out what's going on. Bruce in the house. Bangarang, baby. Bangarang. There we go. Yeah, Don was saying earlier that, he was watching Barry Sanders. Remember, I asked about a Barry here a little while. He was watching Barry Sanders earlier today. Maybe we were connected. I don't know, but Barry came out. I have no idea why. We'll see if it comes out. Sometimes it didn't come out till a day or two later when somebody goes, oh, yeah, there we go. To get rid of, wow, you have made hiccups a topic of conversation tonight.
They haven't. Look, that shit happens, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to say,
Rocky, when you're reading for other people, how many times, though, do you feel like you got to be careful that the reading actually came through was almost more for you than the other person?
I have been very, very blessed in the sense that I really get a sense, like, when it's for me, it doesn't seem to come in when I'm able to focus on someone else. I really can focus. So if I'm going to do a reading for you, or if I'm going to do a reading for Gil, or if I'm going to do a reading for somebody, I don't find a lot of my stuff crosses over.
Okay.
And that just may be unique to me. I don't know.
No, but some of that too is I do a lot of back-to-back readings, like especially on the
that
show.
Can be very challenging.
And one of the things I've been told, and I have to be careful of, is I really need to try to disconnect between each reading. And so, Glenda, if you're doing that same thing, you could have that problem where you're not fully disconnecting between yourself and somebody else. So things are really getting jumbled. So, one of the things I found out to help is my trusty pendulum. Now, Gillian made me another one. It broke. She has not redone it yet. Because
I'm a slacker.
Because she's a slacker, that's what she is. All right. But, that's one of the things, though, it is why I like to use different mediums for divination because it does help me clarify. And I would strongly suggest that, you know. Hello, beautiful. Siglinda saying to you, Miss Gillian, glad to see you here. You know, changes the breathing pattern as they try to recall. There we go. That's funny. Lisa, Ben Susan in the house had a wonderful interview with Lisa the other morning, Thursday morning. It was absolutely fantastic. You know,
can we talk about how nice it is? I don't know how it is in Florida. It should be pointed out to those who are tuned in. I'm in New Jersey. Rob's in Florida. And I got to tell you, New Jersey, for the first time in, I don't know, weeks, is absolutely like palatable temperature-wise.
Yes,
it is absolutely lovely. It's like 70 degrees outside. It's gorgeous.
I got to tell you a funny story. I've always told Gillian about being a Florida boy and everything else, being able to grow up a gator or whatnot. But I kind of lost my knack in it or whatnot. Well, right out behind our house.
Can we call it what it is without offending the masses?
If it offends somebody,
the proper term for a native Floridian, is it not a Florida cracker?
That's correct. But you got to be a second generation Floridian for that to be true. All right. So that I found that out too. But anyways, we're sitting on the back porch doing a reading. And it was funny. Bridget was having her, you know, she had her hawk that came to visit. Everybody's more organized. One day I'm sitting here reading and I hear this bang, bang, bang on the house. I go outside. There's a turkey vulture sitting on the roof. When I step outside, all these silver fish go racing across the pond. Here goes a gator, and then here comes a heron. I'm like, you've got your hawk. Interpret this shit. This was all in a matter of seconds. It was like nature was going, okay, there's way too many messages for you here or whatnot. But Gillian and I are sitting on the back porch this week, doing our morning readings, checking out things like that. And lo and behold, here comes a gator that we now call Henry. I called him Henry, don't know why. Okay. But he's cruising along and he's leaving. And I told Gillian, I said, I'm going to try this again. I got to figure it out. And I think I figured out the problem. It was I'm not projecting enough. I did it from inside of our porch where I had the nice acoustics. And Gillian will tell you that gator stopped. He turned around and I called him right. She says, if he comes up in our yard, I'm going to kick your ass. You know, and now I did it 2 mornings in a row. And he's here every morning patrolling.
You know what I think is kind of cool about gators? And as soon as I say it, if you haven't already thought of it, which you may have, they look like dragons.
Yeah.
Those are dragons without wings.
Matter of fact, did you ever see the movie
Lake Placid?
Lake Placid. You know, look into that gator's eyes. Look into the dragon's eyes. You know.
Oh, he was great. Oliver Platt. Platt really had some fun with it.
What a great movie!
Outstanding. Very vigorous.
Yes.
Yes, it was quite funny. I think that we can all agree that Betty White was enchanting in that.
Oh God, that was fantastic.
Kind of a fun use of some of the other characters.
Exactly. More people rolling in. I see a lot of people saying hello. Anybody got any questions? Rocky, anything coming through for you, or anything that is ringing true? What I'm feeling is it's just good.
It's a really chill night. It's sort of
a lot of people are on the same frequency, is what I'm feeling. We're able to do that. So what? All right, I'm being told to move forward. My producer, who did not come produce tonight, sitting over there. All right, let me see. We got to go here. Hello, Robin, Ricky. Okay, that's okay.
Close enough.
That's all right. You are a power duo. I'd be honored for a message. I've been taking leaps lately, as you know. Yes, you have. I see the synchronicities everywhere and my angels. Let me come back to that. Gillian's trying to get me to go somewhere. Where am I going? Tell me what's happening. Oh, it's from her. Well, just tell me. You're standing right here.
I see her. It's not just me. Everybody else can see her too, right?
Any message from Sue for her family? All right, we'll come to that one next. Let me go back to Lisa, okay? And I'll explain this one in a minute, okay? But that's going to be one of the things we need to know. Now I got to go find Lisa again. There we are. All right. but we will actually take a moment and pause and do the Sue when there are some people that are here tonight that just, I mean, like lost somebody this week. Okay. That we need to help with, and they're not used to all this craziness that we do. So we're going to do that. But, Lisa, be honored for a message, So let's see what we've got here.
Something I'd like to mention while Rob may be shuffling or otherwise preparing for Lisa. When you talk about taking leaps and suddenly you see the synchronicities. And this is not to say that you're not suddenly seeing the synchronicities. You absolutely are. But what I'd like to point out is sometimes it's not that suddenly these things start happening. They have always been happening, and suddenly we become aware. Yes. Hugely different. And I think if you look at it in a sense that you're grounding yourself, it makes a big difference in how you perceive it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me see what I've got here. Okay. Lisa, everything's reversed. So I've taken a lot of this as it's pointed directly at you. This is a direct message to you. I have the Wheel of Fortune. You're starting to go with the change. This was your shadow card. Okay. But it is upside down. So you've got to make sure you understand life has more changes in store for you. As you open up, as this becomes and things start clicking into place, and I love that phrase with this card where it's gears, okay? You need to understand, you keep this flow going. It's just like an athlete. Once you think you've got it, the warning here is to stay strong. Practice. You have more. You will take this as good news. You have more transformation coming, more powers that are going to be, and you think you've got your intuition going, you're just sparking it. The moon is fixing to shine a light on everything for you. Be careful. I want you to daily start putting a shield around you, because as you open up, your empathic powers are going to open up, and I'm afraid you're going to get rained on. So start practicing those good practices of what you need to know about shielding yourself and protecting yourself, because, sweetie, you got some transformation coming your way. Okay? Some things are going to happen. Rocky, you got anything else for Lisa?
Well, the first thing that I pull up is the High Priestess.
And intuition.
However, she's reversed. So okay. I consider that a cautionary tale. I consider that to just, be careful to keep your eye on the prize, to make sure that you're not giving in to any, restlessness or recklessness while you're looking at your goal. Keep your goals in focus, I think is a good interpretation of that.
Yes, exactly. This is, you're opening up. Things are happening. It's wonderful. Don't let it all of a sudden, when all of a sudden you start feeling like, hectic. Gillian seen me go through it. Bridget seen me go through it, where you're open, everything's kicking, and all of a sudden you can't connect to anything. Don't get frustrated. Sometime it is you've taken that next step, and you've got to. It's practice, just like everything else in the spiritual world. It's practice, and you will always be learning. Boo, LOL, scare those hiccups away. That's what's funny. I
did good. They're gone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you haven't had them in a while.
No, I've somehow been able to regroup.
There you go. See, Glenda, I like mini golf. I'm 48, Rocky. We Jersey girls don't care.
Well, it's funny. I'm not a Jersey girl. I always feel the need to point this out. I am not a Jersey girl. I do live in New Jersey at the moment, but I am a Rhode Island girl. But I will tell you this, that, you definitely, as a Jersey girl, and a Rhode Island girl, as a Northeast kind of girl, Bridge and Turnpike hair girl, whatever you want to call it. You just got to kind of go with the flow and whenever you possibly can, indulge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. One of the things I want to remind, we got people coming in late. Rocky and I were talking about, we're going to go here for a second. We're going to get to everybody. Unless Rocky's in a hurry, we got another half hour, so I think we're
right.
good.
I'm not in a hurry.
So, don't panic. We're going to get everybody. But the Whiskey Grim, whiskey-grim.com, the website is not up yet, but it should be up this weekend. Now, unless my wife hits me with the mug, because she's the one doing the website, so I just kind of obligated her to get it done for the weekend. But she hinted at me she would have it done, But Whiskey Grim, we're going to do a podcast. Everybody talking about their own ghost stories, which also mean Rocky and I will be talking about our own ghost stories. And boy, you talk about some ghost stories between the two of us, you are not going to want to miss it. But if you want to take part, it's going to start coming in. When we start, it's going to roll up. My story at whiskey-grim.com. Send us your story. Put it in detail. Let us know what's going on. Tell us if you'd like to be on the show when we discuss it. This is what's going to happen. We are going to be doing this. We think we're talking about doing this once a week, turning this into an actual podcast. We'll do it live. Might do it live here on some of the other channels, but then we're going to turn the audio into an actual podcast. This is going to be fun, so don't miss it. Okay.
Thank you again for all the folks giving me birthday love. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And also about the Whiskey Grim. Look, there's a lot of shit going on that nobody's going to believe you. We're going to believe you. We are totally going to believe you. And only because we've been there.
Yeah.
We have heard these types of stories before. We want to take your story and bring it out into the forefront. We want to draw on it. We want to talk about it. We want to get you some answers.
Yeah. And we can discuss this from the spiritual, the clinical, any way you want to go about it. Okay. And Rocky and I, through being open and seeing a lot of stuff and having been open for a long time, even when I wasn't completely open, able to see some things, and we're going to talk about some wackiness. So your ghost story, we want to hear it. We want to know about it.
Oh, there will always be wackiness.
Yeah. That's
I think we can guarantee of wackiness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tammy Sprinkle in the house. Bangarang. Happy birthday, Rocky. Good evening, Rob. Do I have a message? Thanks. Love you both. Tammy, there is always a message. It's, are we willing to slow down to hear it? So let's find out what we got going for Tammy right now. And, I'll start this one. 10 of Pentacles. Things are coming to fruition for you. Things are going to be good around the house. This is about, your physical world. Be understanding, and gratitude is going to play a huge part for you right now. There's going to be something that's coming to an end is what I'm getting. Don't be afraid of it. This is going to bring on, and the Princess of Pentacles, there is everything's Pentacles. So everything for you here is talking about in this physical world. And what I'm seeing is you bringing some money in somehow. That's what I'm getting. So go ahead, Rocky. I see you're already got something. So go ahead.
I do. I drew strength. And one of the things I like to think of when I see the strength card, especially coupled in with some of the situations that you mentioned, this is a good point. And even though the card is strength, I think when we always say, oh God, I need strength. You need to have patience. Even though it's reading as strength, I'm feeling patience. I'm feeling that even though you have good things afoot, you need to kind of take a deep breath and not rush things. Let some of this stuff organically play out. Because if you rush things, even though, time's on your side, even though you're getting this is a good time for you positively, I think if you don't take at least enough time to pace yourself through this transition, you're going to feel a lot more stressed than you need to be. So I think the patience, pace yourself, maintain control, that kind of thing.
I couldn't agree. Holy crap. Pace yourself. What a good time to say pace yourself when she brought me another one. This thing is huge. It's as big as my head.
I'm drinking iced tea. I feel really left out.
It's wine and spirit night. You should have,
I understand, but sometimes, the spirit moves you just through iced tea.
Yeah, so. There are times it's, you got to follow, you got to follow what your gut says and your intuition says. But Tammy, this is one of those things that I'm always talking to you about, self-care and things like that. So, but this is something you're going to be able to move on. Gabrielle's here saying thank you so much. And Rocky, you keep blowing me away. It's been a while since our reading and you still knew his name. I'm trying to work on self-care. I do give way too much. One of the things I've been talking about doing, Rocky, and I haven't done it yet. We were supposed to start filming on the pendulum class this week. We're actually doing it first of next week. I'm going to be putting a pendulum class out there. After that, I've written a book, Tarot Simplified. We're going to be doing some classes on the getting into tarot quickly and different things like that. But I've also, Gabrielle, been talking about and need to do this, mindfulness exercises. This is something
Very,
I'm
very important.
going to do a lesson on, and I might even move the mindfulness ahead of the tarot, because this is important for people, because we don't understand how getting in our brain can get in a muscle memory, just like smoking a cigarette. We can stop taking time for ourselves and doing things because we've trained ourselves that I can't do it. And this is going to be very important. So until I can get those out there, please look up on the internet mindfulness exercises. We're not looking to change your life. We're looking to give you 30 seconds so you can get your brain under control. And this will help you come into now, be here, be present, so you can make decisions that are going to be better for yourself. All right?
I'd love to recommend at this point in time, especially since you said be here now, be present. I love the book Be Here Now by Ram Dass.
Yes.
Big fan, and I have a book that's out on my coffee table that I frequently reference. But something to think about if you don't have the book, or just if you're looking, you're saying, I'm here, I'm present, but there's all this bullshit around me that I have to keep doing to get through. Even though you are here, even though you are present, it is sometimes difficult to find time and or a moment for yourself to sort of process what's going on, because we're all too busy being, pulled in different directions and everything. So I think something I would also be present and be involved, but also try to see how it affects your other facets of life. In other words, take those impetus, take those messages, but really fan them out. Because you don't want to isolate them. You don't want to think it's this little this is my message and it's just for me. I think you're really feeling more of a global shift right now.
Exactly. And some of that is that there's a lot going on in the universe right now, in our world around us. So people are going to feel this more. And I think that's why it's opening up. More people are looking for, I told somebody today that I believe the Christmas season will be very important this year, the holiday season, however you want to do it, Hanukkah, whatever, because people are tired and they need to feel, our society needs to feel that back in touch and just some good spirit. And that is what I feel for a lot of people here tonight. We need to let go some of that negativity and get back into remembering, why are you sitting here tonight?
Right.
Why is this touching your heart? Because you need to let that shit go. You need to be present. You need to be here. You need to understand all the wealth and happiness that you have sitting around you. And that's one of the things we need to do. So, there we go. Hi, toss it. There we go. Toss it. Let's see what's happening. All right. Now, I want to get back up here, though, because this was the one from Gillian here. Any message from Sue for her family? Is her family on, babe?
Sorry?
Is Sue's family on tonight? Is that what's going on? Okay.
They're not able to.
But Sue is very, Gillian is very close with these people.
I don't know who Sue is, but I have a message.
Okay, go with your message, because I'm going to pull a card.
I have no idea who Sue is, and I understand that Sue is. I'm already getting an impression that Sue is under a fair amount of stress, which is a lot of times when people come to us, to be fair. But something, any message from Sue for her family, something I really feel is very, very much coming through, is you are not going to stop this freight train. If you get yourself in between fate and what's going on, you're going to get run over. So one of the things that I would absolutely tell you to take advice is to watch your surroundings and make sure that you are safe, you are nurtured, you are refilled while you help other people through this.
I will go. You and I hang out afterwards. We do that anyways after the
Yes.
show. I will fill you in why I'm too close to this one. Okay.
Okay. Fair
You
enough.
are so dead on, but for reasons that would send this room arms akimbo into
A
when I
tailspin.
tell you what's going on, you're going to be like, oh crap. Okay. It's exactly what it is. So, yes, that is the message. Okay. Don't follow in her footsteps.
Do
You
not.
know, that,
Absolutely.
yeah, that, thank you. That's exactly what I had, but I'm glad to hear it because I am too close. I don't know the family or anything, but I knew this woman. Okay. And I know the circumstances surrounding it. So you saying it in that way when I tell you later is going to be like, oh crap. You are, and Gillian's sitting there shaking her head, nodding her head. Yep. It's dead on. Okay.
Well, Gil's known me since Moses was in short pants. So.
Yeah, exactly. Moses was in short pants.
Since
I've
Moses
never
was
heard
in
that
short
one before.
pants.
Hey, Ryan, my neighbor is in. Hey, neighbor, liking the drinks. Yeah, this is huge. This is what we do. I don't have to go anywhere tonight or anything. So, wow, Ryan, good. My neighbor also does a lot of work with me, things like that around the house. And for all of my people that love me playing Dungeons and Dragons, he is one of my Dungeons and Dragon players, things like that. So we will be playing tomorrow night live, slaying dragons, killing people, and pissing people off. So that is what we like to do. So Ryan, welcome.
You also
Glad
sit
you are
down
here.
with the 12-sided dice and shit.
We actually do it online. Okay, it's a
That's
game
sad.
online. But no, it's all the dice and everything. Some people roll their real dice, but they've actually got it now where you click the dice roll across the screen, everything else. It's really cool. And for old farts like me that can't remember all that crap, you click a button and up it comes. It helps you. I still have to go in and read my spell book. I am a mountain dwarf war wizard. Okay.
Oh,
He's a little badass. Okay. And, that's it. And he's a dwarf. So he's a warrior, so
you do realize there are some of us that feel like dwarfs every day of our lives. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. His better half feels like a halfling every day. So be glad you're a dwarf. Okay.
I'm a hobbit, really.
There we go.
Fun fact. There's a fun Rocky fact. And I'm sure the missus will back me up on this. I merely sound tall. In real life, alas, I am not.
No, you're not tall. I've seen pictures and
I'm ridiculous. Yes. It's hard to feel like an adult in this world. No, seriously, I'll sit down and my feet don't touch the floor and shit. And I'll be like, do I really feel like a grown up here? Do I?
So you're the one that's sitting on the toilet with their feet swinging and their arms on the bars, thinking it's like
it's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Kim,
so let's get these nice folks. Let's get these nice folks really fired up about Whiskey Grim. Let me tell you a little bit more about Whiskey Grim. Whiskey Grim is so much more about you than it is about us. There's a lot of crazy stuff in this world. You've seen it, and you don't think anybody will believe you. We are gonna believe you because we've been there, and lots of other people have been there. This is a great place to come together, tell us your stories, get some affirmation, get some backup, let people know that you are not, out of your mind. Because there is a big world out there, and there's all kinds of dimensions and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And we want to talk about it. We want to hear your stories. We want to affirm that you know what's going on as well. So.
Absolutely. And one of the things, you're going to think nobody believes you. Wait till you hear our shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're going to be like, no. Mine's more real. We've got some radical shit to tell you. All right. And we want to talk about it. We want to hear people's input. I'm going to put a scientific spin on a lot of it, but there's a lot of stuff I can't. And there is some stuff I just know, okay, about different things. So, we are going to have a ball. So make sure you're getting in there.
Yeah, tell us your stories because there's some stuff going on out there. We know.
Yeah, absolutely. So whiskeygrim.com. Look for it coming next week. The My Story at whiskeygrim.com That email is live. Start sending us your
Get
story.
your name up in lights.
That's it.
All right, they're not lights, but still.
But we'll put them up here. Tell
Yeah.
us if you want your name out. If you want to stay anonymous, just make sure
You can
put
stay
it in.
anonymous. You can
Don't
tell us
want
your
us,
name.
if you don't put in there anon, okay, or whatnot, or I want to be anonymous, we're going to talk about you, okay?
Oh,
And
we're
gonna
totally going to
your
talk
story.
about you.
Huh?
We're totally going to talk about you.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about you anyway. So but we just might not call you by name if you ask to remain anonymous. So there we go. This is what's going on, and everything's going on. Hey, Pastor Rob, mango.
Well, can I stop and just point out that the Gillian has said something like, "Oh, I'm Dragon Fae and Rocky is Team Dwarf." She towers over me. I don't even feel like an adult when I'm in the same room with her. And it's not her fault.
I got to tell you what she did. I got to tell you what she did to me tonight.
She's awesome. Sauce.
She will do this. There's a spider or whatnot. So she comes in here and I'm sitting
Wait,
here.
Wait.
Yeah.
She kills the spiders, not you?
No. She comes and gets me. Okay. So she comes through the door. She says, I need my knight in shining armor. Number one, really, and I'm like, what? And I don't know if she see, because of the swamp and everything we have around here, we see
y'all are in Florida. There's all kinds
there's all kinds of critters.
Yeah.
So I'm like, tell me I need you. I need your help. And I'm like, I want to know what I'm walking out into, and I'm starting to get pissed. Tell me, spider, roach, whatever it may be.
Roach.
And I go, oh no, it was way bigger, way bigger. I step out into the living room and she has ordered a 12-foot high, 10-foot long freaking dragon that is one of those blow up things for Halloween so we can put it next to the lake. And it is in my freaking living room. Okay. So you couldn't get to the door. I couldn't get to the bedroom. Thank God we have a couple bathrooms that I could get to because I couldn't get to it for a freaking dragon with pumpkins all over it. So yeah, that's so we're gonna have fun. And now I found out she has ordered for the front yard a great white shark because we live. There's some meaning behind this. We live on a street called Quint.
Okay.
Right? And remember, the whole New England thing, whatnot. So
I'm with you. We're gonna need a bigger boat. I got
fanatic. It. Yeah. She is a Jaws fanatic. So we now have a great white coming up, biting somebody in the ass. So that
as you do.
Yeah, there we go.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
If I'm bumbling, I'm drinking way too much. So that's
you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, I feel like my nose is going numb. So if y'all see me start touching my nose, that's my barometer when my nose goes numb to stop. Because
do you get that histamine thing going where it gets
means stop drinking because when it goes beyond that, this body is way too big and takes too much alcohol to get completely sloshed, and it is not pretty. It is not pretty. So there we go. That's what's happening. So, all right, we're getting down here. Let's see what's going on. We got some people going in. 2 absent members. Absolutely. I knew that was important. Dom, drinking his Coronas with you? Yes, absolutely. Get on it. Let's find out what's happening. Me too. I would love a message. Would love to be with you guys. Be here.
Then you should come to Cancun.
I keep trying to tell her. You tell her. They don't listen to me, so you go. Tell them about Cancun. Tell them why they need to be there.
You need to be in Cancun because we're going to have gallery reading. We're going to have tarot by the pool. We're going to have seance in Tulum. Stop me when I don't make any sense, Rob.
No, you're doing fine.
We've got all this stuff going on there.
Oh, we got a lot going on. We are actually, Bruce told me that we had actually gotten a couple of blocks. Some of us got the swim out rooms.
I did.
Yeah,
I totally did.
I think there's like 4 of us. There's like 4 swim out rooms to a pool. We've gotten 2 or 3 sections. I'm going to be bringing my computer. Christina's going to help us. We're going to be doing readings. So that means we have taken over 4 rooms that have their own private pool. We're going to be drinking and doing wine and spirit night
every night.
Right in
it won't take much.
No, here we go. It's going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Get with Bruce. You can still get it in there. There's time to make
Absolutely.
a couple of payments, things like that. That's what's going to happen. Karen, would love a message. What's the cat's name again? I forget.
My cat, Molly.
Molly.
That's Molly.
Molly.
Miss, good golly, Miss Molly Hatchet.
There we go. All right. Karen Hobgood Godwin. Here we go. All right. Message for you. One of the first things things are starting to, the cards are taking a minute to focus on my eyes. So I know I'm reaching a plateau here. But you know what, Karen, one of the things is to realize you're on top of the world. The world is yours. You need to be giving thanks. Karen, this is the universe telling you you get to walk on clouds. You have a lot going on, but some of this, the Six of Wands, you're blocking being able to find your victory. You're so focused on some of the things that are wrong. You got to focus on what's right. And, there are still things wrong. I told somebody the other day, somebody always likes to say, when you tell them your problem, oh, somebody else will love to have your problems. Well, that may be true, but they're still my problems, and they're my problems. They're just as real to me as that other problem is to them right now. My biggest problem. But what I want you to do is to realize this is within your will. This is within your heart, your desire. Woo! Rocky, step in and save me because it is starting to happen.
You gotta wanna.
Yeah, you gotta wanna.
You gotta wanna.
You gotta wanna. You gotta wanna. What do you want? Let the crap go. Live life. Enjoy it. Be there. Be happy. Realize victory is yours. You can conquer all. You have that ability, and that's what's happening.
Well, something also to remember too is if you're looking at, there's a point where you can sense the shift, you can sense the change. And one of the things I always like to point out to people is that this is the area where not you say, well, I'm waiting, something wonderful is going to happen. Do you want your life to happen to you, or do you want to make things happen? So when these things change, when you feel that climactic shift, don't be passive. Be an active part of the change.
That's it. Again, don't let life roll over you. And a lot of times I tell people, Spirit will help you through things, but they want you to move. Spirit doesn't want you to sit on their ass. They don't want to hand it to you. I find it funny where a lot of people will talk about, and this isn't at you, Karen. I'm just saying this in general to my spiritual people out there, will yell about people feeling entitled, but then you want to feel entitled that Spirit's just going to give you everything with no work.
True story. My dad used to tell a joke, not because he was especially spiritually enlightened, but because he was kind of a bite in the ass. He used to tell a joke, and it was a fella was stranded out in the middle of nowhere on a desert island, and he began to pray. And when he began to pray, first there came a boat, and the boat said, "Can we rescue you?" And the guy said, "Nope, I'm waiting for God to rescue me." All right.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, a plane comes by and they drop down a fella and they say, "Well, we're going to rescue you." "Nope, I am waiting for God to rescue me. I have been a faithful person for all my life and I'm waiting for God to rescue me." And then next is a helicopter and same thing. "Can we help you?" "Nope, waiting for God to rescue me." And so he sends the helicopter away, and a couple or 3 days later, out of dehydration, the fellow drops dead. So he gets up to St. Peter, Papa Legba, whoever you'd like to think is at the gates, manning the bouncer table. And then he says, "Look, I had such faith in you. I waited for you to rescue me. What happened?" He says, and God says to him, "Look, man, I sent a boat. I sent a plane. I sent everything. You didn't take advantage." So you need to be aware of what's around you. So when you look for escape, when you look for a way out of your situation, don't ignore the obvious.
Right. And that's it. Sometimes we get so caught up in our crap, we forget to see everything. We really do.
It's
You
the
know?
forest trees things. Look, I sent a plane. I sent you didn't do anything.
Yeah,
What else do you want?
exactly.
What do you want from me?
Exactly. You know, he is not, and I say this all the time, God, spirit, universe is your guides. They're not break glass in case of emergency.
Right.
They're not the spiritual fire extinguisher. They want a spiritual, they'll let you burn because they're like, you know, what's it going to take for you to learn I'm here and to move forward and whatnot? If that's what it takes, they will let it happen. But if you're moving forward, if you're trying and you're doing gratitude and you're saying, I'm doing everything and putting my best foot forward for my betterment of my higher self, for the betterment of humanity, and just for the good, they won't let you fail. They might let you learn a lesson or two, but they won't let you fail. You know, just that's it. Karen, a lot of people need to understand I'm on 5 different channels right now. There's no way for everybody to see everybody. Only I can see it because it's all divided up. You know, if I did one channel, a lot of people wouldn't see it. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, Tarot with an Attitude, you'll see everybody there that's on that channel. If you're on the Spiritual Super channel, or if you're on my personal Facebook, or if you're on the group, or if you're on the page, you will see all the different comments there. But we will see them all, and that's the reason I kind of keep rolling them up there to let people know what's going on. Okay. You know, see, Glinda, thank you. I'm much more comfortable now. This gives me the clarity I needed to know. I was confused. Thank you, Rocky and Rob. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. You know, let's see what's going on. We're going to start. I think we might be winding down here in a minute. Let's see what's going on. You know, see, Glinda, I'm in New Jersey also. Wednesday storm was crazy.
Rocky, yeah, actually, I live in Mullica Hill, which has been on the national news. So yes, you nice folks, I live a half a mile from where that F3 tornado touched down. I was very, very fortunate. We were very, very fortunate here. We did not lose power. We had no damage. I'm very grateful. However, keep my buddies down in New Orleans in your thoughts. And I got some folks down at the Gulf Coast. Looks like y'all Floridians are in one piece, so I'm just going to leave you out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just, you know, you could just.
I'm finally in a place, thank God for being off the beach, that I don't even look at the weather report anymore because we ain't leaving. Where we're at now, we're inland, concrete block home, everything. All the power lines are underground. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. So, you know, Henry the Gator, see Glenda's laughing. Yeah, I name everything. I don't know where Henry came from. It just popped out. And, you know, the Gator.
Henry's the ghost in my house.
Oh, okay. You know, maybe I was tapping into that. But it's getting hard to read these things. So maybe I'll take another drink and balance everything back out. You know, the Gator is now looking
in all the wrong places.
Yeah. You know, Gillian says it's, you know, I'm doing a mating call, basically, is what's happening. And, you know, so the Gator is now looking for love in all the wrong places. So, you know, I could tell, oh, man, I got to be careful. Because I just thought of a joke from high school that was a total, that would have been just a crass joke, but it was looking for love in all the wrong places. So, you know, everybody could go, look, you know, Lake Placid, great movie. You know, happy birthday. May I have a reading? We got you your reading. See what's going on, Tammy. Again, remember, we are just going through. There we go. Things are happening. You know, Bridget, we're looking at Etsy, Rob. There are crafts to be had.
There are. I have a personal bias against Etsy, and it's no deference to the amazing amount of talent that is on Etsy. However, they do not allow human remains.
They don't allow you to what?
They do not allow me to sell human remains. I have to sell all my jewelry from darkerartstudio.com.
Oh, really? Because
I cannot sell. Nope, they will not let me sell human bone jewelry on Etsy.
You know.
So I have an Etsy that's just kind of like a placeholder, so nobody else has my Etsy. And but other than that, yeah, that's kind of a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went and did the Monster Mania Con, and I'm going to be doing some more of those. So stay tuned. I'll be advising the next time we're coming out for one of these crazy things. But what a loony convention! Oh, it was great.
Oh, I'll bet.
Yeah,
I've only been to one of those, and I went to the Comic-Con with my daughter in what was it, 2018? I think, something like that, in Denver, and it was huge. I had no idea these things got that big,
Right? Yeah,
or whatnot,
they really are quite.
And her boyfriend Jeff said, "You know what? You would be great." And back then, I had a little hair, so I had it,
A little.
the flat top or everything. I went as Walter Slobchek from The Big Lebowski.
Oh
We went
yes.
to a store. I had the vest, I had the dog tags, I had the boots, the shorts, the flight aviator. It was great. I got on the elevator, and people were like in the hotel rather than at the thing. They didn't know, and they're like stepping away from me or whatnot. So it was fun. We had a good. You gotta.
So who's your cosplay alter ego?
I don't really have one.
Right.
I've
get
never
that.
done it. I'm old, so I got to get caught up. But it would probably be, when I got started with World of Warcraft, I was a gnome, and I think it's because of my size. I wanted to be something.
You're still a gnome,
big.
Rob.
Yeah, I'm a gnome. And
Mohammed, I get
it. There we go. But I was a wizard gnome, and
a wizard gnome.
he was a damage per second person. He was a badass. I could get on teams, and we would, I would dot everybody and take them out. And yeah, he was good, but it was fun. And my dad would get mad at me, when you think about things, because I'm playing World of Warcraft with my kids. Satan. Rah, rah, rah. And I said, you know what? Last night I slayed a dragon with my boys. What'd you ever do with me? Lighten up. And it's one of the ways I always looked at it. My daughter and I, she played EverQuest, got me into that when it first started. We got her slopped over, so it's one of those things. We had a ball. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do something right now. This is a personal message. I'm going to send a broadcast out to my wife, letting her know I don't give a crap what diet I'm on. We're ordering chicken wings when this thing is over. So just so you know, if you want to prep Bite Squad or whatever, I don't care. But after all this vodka and cranberry juice, chicken wing.
You get yourself a bunch of Cape Codas there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I need to point out that the garlic palm is strong with you. The garlic palm, it is strong with you.
Absolutely,
but,
absolutely.
It's like we're making some jokes and we're talking about. Please, again, send us your stories for Whiskey Grim. I think you'll find that not only do you get satisfied getting your story out there, is also that we're going to draw on them. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk to experts. We're going to have a lot of influence with this podcast. So definitely get your story out there. Let's talk about it.
Yep, my story at whiskeygrim.com. We are going to have a ball. It is going to be fun. More people wishing you happy birthday. Things are rolling in. Hello at Indigo, love and light, trying hard, staying in love. My family has a little of it. There we go. Let's find out what's going on. Gabrielle, I did not know that Tammy Sprinkle was your mother. So
I did.
Thank you. Learn something. Well,
I did. I totally did.
That's okay. That's
all
right.
I got this.
So here we go. At least I'm so sorry. The other, yeah, it's time to rain old blue in. Yeah, it's time to rain old blue in here. I'm even having problems reading the big print on the screen. So sorry. The other morning I had to walk the pups. I was not there.
Do you have real dogs, or are your dogs like the size, smaller than a beer cooler?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any dogs, Gilly and I, we keep talking about a dog, but we enjoy after having, we laugh.
There is amount of flexibility that you enjoy if you do not have a dog.
And, one of the funny things that I always remember was the first time my youngest boy went away to see his girlfriend. He was a senior in high school and he went to New York. And that was the first time I had been without child, I think, in my life.
Wow.
And she was standing there and she's laughing at me. And I'm going, I don't know what to do. I was lost. I was completely lost.
Don't do yourself, did you?
No, I didn't, because she's like, you're going through empty nest. And I'm like, that's what women go through. But no.
Oh, no, don't estrogen tag that.
Oh my God. No, I couldn't, because I was single dad at the time, things like that or whatnot. So it is one of the things we figured out at that point when he turned 18 or 19. I had a juvenile under my roof for 36 years since I was 19. I'll let y'all do the math. Okay. So we go to Bruce and Bridget's. They have dogs. They have the littles. They have the big. They have the bird. They have the cats. And now the littles always sit in my lap, and Chance, the big one, sits at my feet, whatnot. But it's nice to be able to go at the end of 36 years of having a juvenile under the roof, going, want to spend the night? Yeah, let's grab a hotel. I enjoy our freedom. So that's it. It's not that we don't love animals, but that's what's going on. Kim, our soul family has loads of love for each other. Love you, Kim. We absolutely do. Bangarang, everybody, the Bangarang tribe. It is good to see the Barefoot Bangarang tribe out tonight and seeing people just communicate and enjoy being and feeling that love and that light. These are different things we are all supposed to do. And, you have such a beautiful heart. So glad you were able to hear it. You always are cheering everyone on. Yes, she is. And she needs to take some time for herself. Thank you, guys. I will slow down. You guys are great together, and I am so grateful for you both. We are going to do this. I think you're going to see Tarot with an Attitude do more of a merge with Front Porch Tarot and Darker Arts. Rocky and I we have this great working thing together. It's been since day one when we first met.
It has.
Truly. And we just good. And you know what, Rocky?
What?
I got to get Lisa on with you and me. Lisa and I had that same gel the other day on yesterday. Very interesting. It was fun, different things or whatnot. Respect. Absolutely. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, shit. There we are. Ryan, if you're still on, Gillian saying hi. Everybody's saying, hey, what's happening? Let's see what's going on here. We got to get through here. I'm Dragon Faye. Yes, she started a character. I'm Dragon Faye. And yes, Rocky, go Team Dwarf. So there we go. I
don't even feel like an adult when I'm in the room with her. Come on.
So that's it. No one believed me. So don't worry about it. We believe you. Come on, whiskeygrim.com. My story.
That should be our tagline. Whiskeygrimpodcast.com. We believe you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We believe you.
What were you using for a tagline? Ghastly, ghostly, what was it?
It's a ghastly happy hour. But let me tell you something. We believe you. Because you know what? We know there's some really crazy, weird, screwy, fucked up shit that happens out there all the time. And I know that there's lots of people you can't tell about it. You can tell us, oh no, we're in on this, he and I.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna listen.
Absolutely.
We're gonna help you get solutions. We're gonna help you understand. We're gonna make you feel a little bit less alone.
Ninja, welcome. This is the Barefoot Bangarang tribe. We have a good time. Get barefoot, get grounded, find your magic so you can fly, paddle on. We are here. Rocky was not sharing libations with me tonight, so I'm feeling the show is a little unbalanced. I am starting to lisp, and it's not because.
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm starting to lisp too.
I'm drinking iced tea. That's the house wine of the South.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it is the house wine of the South. But, yeah, put a little vodka in that shit, would you? Help me, Jazz Big's full. Kelsey and myself have enough ghost stories to fill a podcast.
Well, yeah, this is true.
Right, sweetheart.
I actually texted Rob a picture of the lovely Jazz yesterday. Jazz and I are good friends in the real outside world. And Jazz lives in a haunted house. Very haunted.
Does she?
Yes.
Oh,
and there are some terrific captures online that she's uploaded. There is what can only be described as an outrageously hilarious amount of video involving her better half and his experiences. So
here we go.
He is a how do I put this? A disillusioned skeptic.
Yeah, because some of that is what Bridget and I've talked about doing is like going to St. Augustine, sitting in the arch at midnight,
sure,
and doing readings there. That's what we want to do. So I'd love to go sit in her house and
Oh
do
yeah.
the
Well, there you
reading.
go.
You
Well,
know, that would be
I know where
funny.
there's a guest room for free very close to it.
You know
Yeah,
what? If your
they're
husband will
delightful.
freak, he'll get over it because he knows he's got to give you half if he goes too far, anyways. Bring your ass to Cancun. If that's what you're talking about, come on. He'll get over it. He gets mad, he'll get glad. You know, just come. That's the way I feel. You know, I'll see what happens. There we go.
And we get the Bronx cheer in on this. Yes,
Oh,
good
yeah.
golly, Miss Molly.
Woo,
I don't even
chicken
know where
wings,
she went
baby.
now.
Chicken wings.
She got herself. Oh, you're just like all about. I want the wings. As soon as I said garlic parmesan, we lost you.
Yeah, you had me at garlic parmesan. You know, that's and any of the grease dripping and all that stuff. Rev,
Oh yeah.
sure would be nice to know what Spirit has to say to all of us out here in this crazy world. What can we do to stay in high vibes? Now you're talking my spirit. Now
I
you're
got this.
talking my language. Go, baby, go.
I got this without a card, without anything. And this is just a quote from a wonderful, wonderful human being that lived before us named Ram Dass. What to do when you're trying to figure out how to stay in high vibe in the crazy world. Just remember that we're all walking each other home. Look for someone else to help.
Yes.
The best way to fulfill yourself and to refill your coffers is to help someone else.
And to tighten up on that, the Wheel of Fortune upright. You got to change. You got to change. Our whole world needs to change the way it thinks. The whole world needs to get off of who did what right, who did what wrong, and the whole confrontational thing. Things are going to change. Nothing's going to stay the same. We need to remember things always change. It's what's going to come. But the action item here I find funny with what Rocky just said. The lovers. It's about finding love. It's about finding peace. It's about agree to disagree and let somebody go in a state of love. That's what I was talking about with Miss Cynthia earlier. She asked, what is out there for the world for September? And it was amazing. Change your perspective and find a place of love. It's not all about fighting. That's the reason, and some of you may have missed it. We talked earlier about, you know what? I think the Christmas season, the holiday season is going to be huge this year for people because they know there's been too much of it, and we have to get back into that place of love, light, and happiness. It's one of those things. I think it's going to be very important.
I just drew the Three of Pentacles. So that tells me that not only do you want to get back to some of these brass tacks, but you want to do it not by yourself. You want to do it as sort of a team effort. You want to get into the point where you want to kind of like face things as a team.
Right.
Get your loved ones in on it. Let people in, let them engage with you and start doing some of these things with other people. This is a great time to team up, collaborate, and find reinforcement in that.
Absolutely. And you know, right here, maybe just a message. This is what we're telling you. This is how to bangarang. Let that negative shit go. Let the world take care of itself for a while. And you know, Rocky had I thought it funny when she talked about your world's right here. You know, Rocky the other day, this is how much you and I are always on cue together. I talk to people about your world is a hula hoop. It is
Exactly.
no bigger than a hula hoop. Whoever you let into that hula hoop, that's your world.
Well, you know what happens is it gets very overwhelming. And I think, and this is just people, it's not you, it's not me, it's everybody. I think sometimes there's an old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
That's it.
And that's, you know, everybody one day at a time, but it can be very overwhelming if you try to process all of the changes, all of the stories, all of everything all at once. So I always tell folks to try to, like you said, focus on the hula hoop. Get very small bits that you let into that hula hoop at first. And that'll help you build from the inside out. And it's a stronger foundation, I think, when you do it that way.
And remember, We can always let somebody into our hula hoop, and we can always let them out and take a step back.
Oh, y'all can totally kick their ass out there, yeah.
Yeah, I could put you out of my hula hoop for a while, but I can do it with a loving, I love you. But right now, you're not doing my world justice, so I need you to step aside. When you're ready to get back on my train, I'm Jim Croce. If you're going my way, I'll go there too.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
go there
I'm not as
together.
evolved as you, so I always want to say, if you're not going to be in my hula hoop, get the fuck out my hula hoop.
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes you got to do that too.
I do. I show people all the time. You clap, bring your hands together, and do this. It's okay to say no.
It absolutely is.
Because if people don't accept your no, then they don't need, then they're not your friend.
We have a family friend who's kind of loony. And she's typical for saying mildly outrageous things. But one of my favorite things she ever said when presented with some sort of impending social engagement, she went, "I choose no." And I'm like, "I choose no." "Oh, you choose no." And then I started saying, "Fuck yeah, I choose no." "Oh yeah, I totally choose no." And then, you give me a situation, I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, I choose no." So it is, as much as it seemed to be silly at the time initially, being able to choose no is huge.
Absolutely.
Huge. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I wish I'd have chose no on the second drink and to continue drinking it.
Oh no, that looks delicious. I'm still drinking iced tea, the kind you make from Crystal, so it's not even like real Southern sweet tea and all that bullshit.
That's not real tea, but it's there, But see, Glenda, thank you. Orange juice and aspirin tomorrow morning. Yeah, probably going to need it, Probably going to need it. Popsicles. I will tell everybody this. I have found out, combining science and everything else, a lot of people have hangovers because they're dehydrated and they pissed all their sugar away.
True.
So get the sugar in you, get it in that night before, wake up, stick popsicles in your mouth, different things like that. If you can eat a sugar cube, it will help immensely. Trust me.
Lots of smart water. Smart water is actually.
Yeah, I don't do this often,
Right.
When I do,
but when you do, exactly. Well, I have a feeling we're going to have some sort of like a pharmacopoeia in my room at the Cancun trip. We got smart water. We're going to have some of this.
We got to do something,
yeah.
Pharmacopoeia.
But we're going to die if we don't.
One of the things I'm looking at now, maybe I shouldn't say this. I don't know.
Sure you should.
But, since I'm working for myself now and I don't have to deal with corporate anything or whatnot, the term edibles has come across my path quite a few times. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll talk.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. Plausible deniability. Gabrielle, love her. Send these stories in. Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Shiba Inus. That's what we got for dogs.
I have talked to some of you nice people. I have. I've talked to you. I know you have your spirits. I know you have your stories. Send them in.
Absolutely. We're going to have a ball. Let's take a quick look here. Let's get on. I think it might be time to order some wings. I mean, it might be time to call it a night. We'll see what's happening.
It might be.
Let's see what's happening. Tropical is my favorite flavor. Absolutely.
Oh, not me. No.
What's yours?
Well, and with the whole tropical thing, it's like, that whole pina colada business. It's just too sweet. It's not my bag.
Gillian just said tangerine, or whatnot.
It's okay.
But we have
I'm in a raspberry kind of place lately.
Okay. Raspberry's better than strawberry. But I am a pina colada guy. I will do. What's funny? Gillian and any guys, Dom, I think you and Bruce are the only guys out there listening. I will tell you, if you can marry an ex-bartender, bing, there you go. Babe, I had this drink on the boat. Here's what it tasted like, and they go to making it.
Boat drinks.
So that
Gillian,
that
we
is one of those
some
things.
More boat drinks. That's happened. That's actually happened.
That's it.
So
here we go. Yeah, don't get me singing. I love to sing. Oh,
I saw.
Are we going to be doing some karaoke? You and I need to do a couple of duets together. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And we got to do this.
Okay.
So anybody else wants to join in? My daughter and I are going to be doing a duet, but I
So
really do.
what
There's a couple of duets I
I'm
want
gonna
to do.
regret this. I already know I'm gonna regret this. What karaoke song, just curious, do you envision for our duet?
Two.
Oh my.
Two. What?
Okay. What?
But
No,
it's
I'm
okay,
listening.
and I can go anywhere. Okay, but there's two I've always wanted to do. The one is the theme from Dirty Dancing. Okay.
What am I? Jennifer Warren's and
Yes.
I
Yes. No,
had
I
the time
had the
of my
time of my.
life.
Yeah, there we go. That one, and then the duet between Kenny Rogers and Sheena Easton. We've got tonight. That's another one.
That's actually, yeah.
That's another one. So what I want to do too is I'm going to get you
I
to
actually
help
can
me.
I can rock both of those. Yeah, I can actually do those spontaneously.
There we go. So I want you two to help me get my blues out. One of the things I was singing on the boat, and Bruce was like, "You can tell you were raised in a church." So I got to help you to get me. Maybe I need a little more drinks so I can get my blues going. I
got my blues on 24/7. That's regular mode for me.
I want you to help me pull that blues out.
We will get that up for you.
When you and I
actually,
are both on the blues,
you got to ditch the boat drinks. You got to start drinking bourbon for blues.
That's not a problem for me.
Blues is a bourbon fueled.
There you go. That's not a problem. Generally, drinking, if the sentence starts with drinking, I'm in. We'll find out what's going on. Folks, I really don't drink that much. This is every.
Doesn't make that little either.
Well, yeah, that's true. Nothing. If I'm going to drink, I drink, But you can see I'm still here. I'm still functioning.
Well, nobody likes a half-asser, Rob.
Yeah. If you're going to do it, do it right.
Do it.
Yeah. So I'm on here on YouTube going, who is this? So there we go. Correction. My story at whiskeygrim.com. There we go.
Absolutely have to send us your stuff. Look, we want to hear your stories. We want you to share. We want to help you. We want to put, in some cases, we may put you in touch with people that can help you even further on site. We may put you at ease because you're not the only one this has ever happened to. Share and be shared. It's going to be great.
Exactly. Indigo, if we didn't get to see you, good night.
Where is Indigo? I always see that Indigo is someplace exotic, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't know where it is either. But
Indigo, where are you?
Yes. So let's find out if she's still there.
She was going to bed. So
it's 2:47 wherever she's at.
You have to be ahead. So I'm going to guess maybe someplace like the Philippines.
That could be. Nah, Philippines was.
It's got to go in that direction.
I was thinking more Europe. I don't know. I might be wrong. Okay.
5 hours for Europe. What's
10? Because Philippines is about 12. It's exactly opposite,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, actually, you know what? Portugal is 5 hours. So if it's 10 o'clock, then that means it's 3 a.m. there. So
yeah. So, but Indigo, good night. Sleep well.
My story at whiskeygrim.com. Go ahead. Send us your stuff. We got to hear this.
Yeah. What were you saying, Gillian? I'm getting the wave off. Never mind. Evidently, I covered it or I'm not making any sense. So I just got blown off. So we'll see what happens. She's like sticking her tongue out at me. My wife would never blow me off. She would never.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I was good. Thank you. Okay. I went there and did you see me catch it? Did you see me stop? It's on video that I stopped. And now Gillian is very fair skinned. I ought to make her come on.
Oh, you don't say.
Because the redness that is going on right now, okay, it cannot be described. That's just the way that it is.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, your gator is barking. It's a sign of intelligence. There we go. Yes, Henry's barking. He's saying, let's go, let's talk, let's go outside. Night Indigo, sending you love. Yes, Indigo, we had a good time tonight, everybody. It was fun. And we
always have a good time.
Rocky, you were killing me. There we go. But thank you, because I went there, but I reined old Blue in. Yes, I did. Because but thank you. Yeah, it makes me feel better.
And
That
this
I'm not just
podcast, I'll get him unedited yet.
yeah. Oh yeah. It just
If
makes me
anybody's
feel
going to
like
drag him kicking and screaming outside of the censors, it's
it's
me. It's me.
yeah. Deborah, Joe Cocker. I can do my Joe Cocker. Do whatever. Things like that. We can do Joe Cocker. That was there we go. I think England previously from Wales. Wow. Wales. That's cool. When we talk to people, and there was at one point I had somebody in Australia in the show, and I had somebody from England and somebody from the Philippines. It really makes you feel cool when at one point you're talking to people all around the world.
Oh, yeah.
The world.
Well, I remember when AOL first became like a thing, when America Online was, that was kind of a lot of people's first sort of introduction into the whole thing. And they had message boards, for urban legends. And I did a message board. Now, I'm originally, I live in New Jersey at the moment, but I'm originally from southeastern New England. That's where I was born and raised. And one of the things in the 70s that southeastern New England girls were doing as slumber parties et al. Was something like we've all seen, like, different Hollywood movies, light as a feather, stiff as a board, and all these other things. We had Mary Worth. Now, I realized she's got different names all over the place. And what happened was I did a post in this old AOL forum that said, I believe in Mary Worth. And I ended up collecting stories from all over the world. What we were taught when we were kids is that it was very much the Candyman kind of concept, where you put up the mirror in the room with no light, no windows, no nada. And then you put the candle in front of the thing and you say, I believe in Mary Worth 3 times. And your best friends, cousins, sisters, homeroom teacher did this. And then when they did this, something happened. So it's very much the Candyman kind of thing. But I started talking about urban legends. And what's the most amazing thing was not who had experiences. It was not the stuff we came up with. The most amazing thing was by virtue of sharing it. And as we're asking you to send in your stories, by virtue of sharing it, you actually not only give the story credence, you find out that there are other people with very, very similar stories.
Absolutely. And it makes you feel better to be around like-minded people.
We're your tribe, kids.
That's it. So let us tell your story. We want to tell your story. Let us read on your story. Let us get input. Let us connect. There may be a ghost that Rocky and I can actually connect to.
Sometimes we're going to get all up in your business.
Yeah, we will. We will. Yeah, if you're wearing a short skirt, we're going to find it all out. If I'm wearing a kilt, guess what? We're going to find it all out. So that's,
military style, Rob. Are we military style?
There we go. Lisa, thank you. Both of you. It was so fun. Love you guys and this entire tribe. Absolutely. This is what I want to get back to. The uplifting the time, the having a fun, seeing what's going on. Love you guys. So funny. Always excited to watch. Just say it. Best state ever, Rhode Island. Okay.
Huge fan. It's neither a road nor an island. We'll discuss.
Yeah, Rhode Island. Chicken wings, baby. Chicken wings. I want you to concentrate on chicken wings, not Rhode Island. All right, here we go.
You are a one-track mind.
Right. Man. Oh, if I don't eat something, no, I'll be up for hours because I cannot go to bed like this. So it's just, no. I am the bed starts flying, things like that. I won't enjoy it. But, I'm right there. I'm at the perfect state. My nose is completely numb. I don't know what. I feel like one of my patients. How many drinks do you have at night? 2. Yeah, that's about 6 to 8, between the two of them. But good night, Rob, Rocky, Gillian, and the beautiful Bangarang tribe. Deborah, good night. We are fixing to wrap this up and call the night. See, Glenda, thank you for putting this together tonight. Much love to you both. Absolutely. And you know what? We got to do wine and spirit night more often, too.
We really do.
But I think we're going to start combining this with whiskey.
Yeah, I think this is going to start going into whiskey Graham. So start thinking about the stuff you want to ask about, stuff you want to tell us about, stuff that you have questions about. We can draw, we can connect, we can commiserate, and we can just raise our eyes and go, what the hell? So, it's all going to happen.
Yeah, and we'll still do readings. We'll still talk to spirits because spirits will give us insight into your story. So this is going to be fun. Share your story. Let us connect and tell that story. My story at whiskey.com. This is going to be fun. We are going to have a ball. And here we are. Folks, the Bangarang tribe stepping out huge tonight. We still got a lot of people in the room here tonight. And it is 10 o'clock on a Friday night. So I think the 8 o'clock time is a good time. I think it gives people time to get home. What's that?
These nice people need to get hobbies.
Yeah. Well, they need to write ghost stories. That's what we
need. They need to write ghost stories. They need to eat chicken wings. Actually, if you write ghost stories and eat chicken wings, it gets very H.P. Lovecraft. But
there we go. Absolutely. Ghost stories and chicken wings.
The rats in the walls. Same difference.
That's it. All right, everybody, here we go. See, Glenda will do. Glad to hear it. Everybody, what we're going to say right now. Thank you for being here. Make sure you share the link. Make sure you're going to right now to tarotwithanattitude.com on YouTube and share that link. Copy that link. Tell your friends. Tell their often. And we are going to be on here. Rocky, are you thinking Friday nights at 8 o'clock? This might just be the thing.
I'm thinking it might be the thing.
Know that Wine and Spirit Night is going to become whiskygrim.com.
Yeah.
We're going to have videos. We're going to have podcasts and all of that. It's going to be fun. Give us your ghost stories. My story at whiskygrim.com. Down below, Rocky, tell them how to get hold of you for a reading.
If you want to get a hold of me for a reading, you can look up at the Front Porch Tarot on Facebook, and you can actually use the book now and book a video reading, and those are very easy. Otherwise, you can go ahead and go to my website, which is darkerartsstudio.com. That's darkerartsstudio.com. In addition to some gorgeous human bone jewelry, and among other things, there is a page for the Front Porch Tarot, and you can go ahead.
Did you say front crotch?
It is the front crotch, as opposed to the back crotch.
There we go. All right.
Well, you don't want the back crotch, Rob. You don't want the back crotch. Everyone knows that's just worse. Somehow it's worse.
There we go.
So we got the Front Porch Tarot on at that address, and you can always email me. There's lots of email buttons. I'm easy to find. I'm an obvious person.
I hear you. And for those of you that want to reach out to me, www.tarotwithanattitude.com. You can reach me on Facebook and you can reach me at the website. Know this, if you want to have a reading with both of us, we have always agreed, reach out to one of us, we'll make it happen.
We will make it happen.
But the most important thing, tell your friends, tell everybody, bring a party, have a watch party, because this is going to be something huge. Let everybody know there's a podcast of videos you're going to want to be part of, that it's going to take off. And guess what? We're going to want to have you to be part of this with us. So with all that being said, you know what? Take what you want. Leave what you don't. But no matter what happens, leave with some peace, love, and light. Bangarang! Go get a drive.